Hi guys, this is Oliver and welcome back to another episode of my Oliver Ekman 2023 Halloween special. And the new Exorcist movie, Theexorcist Believer, is just around the corner by the time I'm filming this right now. So to celebrate, today we are going to review the original The Exorcist, released in 1973. After this movie, they spawned with many more sequels, with the brand new The Exorcist Believer coming out October 6th, and that movie is the first movie in a brand new Exorcist trilogy created by Blumhouse, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, without further ado, let's review the movie. Let's do this. Let's start off with the things that I really liked about this movie. First up, the characters. I really liked the characters in this movie. I thought that the little girl who later on gets possessed by the demon, she was amazing in the movie, and her acting was amazing. It really was. When she turned into the demon, you felt very sorry for her, very bad for her. The acting from her was amazing. It's hard when you're a kid. It's very hard with kid acting and stuff like that, but she did an amazing job. Her acting was amazing. It really was. And I thought her mother was also great in the movie, and I thought the chemistry between the mother and daughter was amazing. It really was. And later on in the movie, when she gets possessed by the demon, you actually feel very sorry for both of them, and you care about them very much. And then I think easily the best character in the movie was Jasonmiller. I don't really remember his character's name, but the actor's name is Jasonmiller. He was amazing in the movie. He was a badass. He was freaking awesome. Easily the best character in the entire movie. He was so cool. He was such a great character, such an amazing character. Easily the best character in the entire movie. Every time he was like running and training and stuff like that, the way he runs is so iconic. And him caring about the mother and daughter, and then helping them and stuff like that, amazing character. I loved him in the movie, and the actor did such an amazing job. And the spoiler alert, but when he died at the end, it was so sad. It really was. The climax of the movie was amazing. It really was. When him and the other guy were going to help defeat the demon, and then the other guy died, and then he was like really upset and like really angry. So he punched the demon and beat the crap out of her, and then finally she got turned back into normal, and then he got possessed by the demon. And then he sacrificed himself to save her, and then he jumped out of the window and killed himself. That was so sad. It really was. And it was an amazing way to defeat the demon, just jumping out, and just the way, such an amazing climax. It really was. Really sad that he died, and him just falling down the stairs, and how when he died in those stairs. Later on in the movie, the other guy was like too scared to go down the stairs, so he just walked away. How that traumatized people. The climax of the movie in general was just amazing. It really was. And just the way it was edited, the way it was shot, the cinematography in this movie was great. Visually, this movie looks great. Another thing that I loved about this movie was the practical effects. There were some practical effects in this movie, and it was amazing. It really was. It still holds up to this day. This movie was an amazing mix of both CGI and practical effects. And the practical effects in this movie were just amazing. They really were, and very iconic. Like, for example, when the demon was floating in the air, it was amazing. It really was, and it's still iconic to this day. It's so iconic. And then also the head spinning was there. It was really creepy. And then I also loved the Easter eggs in this movie, or some of them hidden things that you see in the movie. Like, for example, the demon you see the demon flashing a blinket, you miss it during the movie, or the demon head, which I love. That was such an amazing Easter egg. It really was. Well, you see it in the climax of the movie, and then you also saw it when Jasonmiller was having a nightmare in that scene, and it was really creepy. And another Easter egg is that the statue that you see in the beginning of the movie, later on in the movie, in the climax of the movie, or you see it in the background, which that's also such an amazing Easter egg. I love those hidden details that they put in there. It was amazing. It was perfect. And the scene when the demon attacked the mother, that was scary. Alright guys, so let's move on with the things that I did not like about this movie. First up, there are a lot of talking scenes in this movie, and it takes a real long time into the movie until things actually start happening. At times, this movie was really boring, and I was really bored and stuff like that. And normally I love talking scenes that move the story forward, and there are some amazing talking scenes in this movie, like for example the scene when Jasonmiller is sitting in the bar with that other guy, and then Jasonmiller says that, oh, I've lost my faith, and then he says, you're the best one we got. Like that was an amazing scene. And then there was also the scene when the mother was recruiting Jasonmiller. I thought that was also a great talking scene, and that moved the story forward. But then there were also many other talking scenes that just felt very unnecessary. There are a lot of talking scenes in this movie that feel very unnecessary, and that just confuses you, like why was this even here? And like that felt very unnecessary, especially when you're getting to know these characters. It's a bit confusing when they're talking about things that you don't understand, because you're in the middle of getting to know these characters. So how are we supposed to know that? So I felt that it was really boring at times, and there were just too many talking scenes. There were a lot of talking scenes in this movie that felt very unnecessary, and at times I thought it was really boring. The biggest issue I had. The Exorcist was a really good movie, I think. The characters I really liked, in particular Jasonmiller as Damien. I loved him in the movie, he was amazing. And his arc as this priest who is like broken down and stuff like that, it was just amazing. It really was. It wasn't the scariest movie of all time, but it was very creepy and unsettling at times, so that I really liked. And then the practical effects were amazing, the cinematography, visually this movie looks great. I really like this movie. Sadly, this movie is boring at times, and it is a very slow movie. It takes a while until things actually start happening. But the climax of the movie is so amazing that it is worth watching at the end of the day. And that ending was just amazing, and the fact that the little girl completely forgets that she was just possessed by a demon. I really liked that ending, actually. I really liked how she just forgot. And I think that was a great way to end it, because it would have been really sad for her to remember everything and stuff like that. I love how she forgets everything, that she forgets that she was possessed by the demon and stuff like that. And Damien sacrificing himself at the end was really sad, and a very great sacrifice, and such an amazing character. It's a great horror movie to watch on Halloween. Anyways guys, that's it for my movie review of The Exorcist. I really hope you enjoyed this video. See you guys next time. Bye.